We're going to start this video out. I'm going to show y'all a way to add to a budget solar system without having to spend $20,000. Last week we replaced our existing Future Solutions solar charge controller, which your solar panels go into. It harnesses the power and then it sends it to your batteries to recharge your battery bank. We replaced that, not because it was bad or wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. It just was on the lower scale and was not as efficient and didn't produce as much power as we had hoped. We replaced it and added 840 amp hours of batteries to the system last week. This week we're going to add a Cerbo GX, and I'm going to do this without the 50 or 70 touchscreen that usually accompanies it. This is a $275 option, but it's going to allow us to integrate our Mopeka propane sensors and our Ruuvi temperature sensors. But I wanted to do it this way to show that you don't have to have $800 worth of Victron equipment to get this type of functionality in your rig. We're actually going to use a cell phone. I'm going to program it and set it up to where I can see all the live data on a cell phone. First things first, we're going to pull the Cerbo GX out of the box. There are tons of videos that show y'all all this stuff. I have never seen what comes in the box. I have read up on it and I read the manual. So I know this is the power cord, it's fused and will go directly to the battery. These are, I'm not sure what the proper term for them. They're terminators, but I'm not sure if they're CAN bus terminators or what type of terminator it is. And then you've got the unit itself. One of the main reasons that I wanted this unit is it's got dual relays on it, but it's also got 3 VE direct interfaces on it. This is a VE direct cable, and it will wire up to our solar charge controller and our smart shunt and dump its data directly into this guy. Once we put our inverter in place, we'll come out of this and go into the Victron inverter, and it'll share all that information together over a wired connection. I'm not going to show mounting this on the wall because it's going to take me a minute. $275 from Victron on Amazon. Each one of the cables, and I bought 2 of them, $14 a piece. The Nuvi sensors are $39 a piece unless you go with the outside version that comes with a protective covering. That one is $49. We bought 3 of these and 1 of the outside. And then our Mopeka Pro sensor. Here's the reason why you want to go with Pro. There are only 3 Mopeka sensors that work with the Cerbo GX because it uses an LE Bluetooth connection. We've got our cable wired in. I've got it hanging right here. It'll go right up there. I've got it nice and zip tied there. So the next thing that I'm going to do, we're going to do something special with these relays here later. We don't have any digital inputs right now. I'm not using wired temp sensors and I'm not using tank sensors. We're going to go into the VE directs, which are right there. I don't have enough clearance from here to here to hook this up to the wired. We're just going to hook the solar controller up, and then we'll have to move this. We're going to take our power and we're just going to plug it into the Cerbo. It only goes in one way, and as you can see, it's blinking Wi-Fi access. That's literally all there is to hooking up a Cerbo GX. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and I'm going to show you how we connect to the Cerbo and use a cell phone to configure all the settings on it. What I did was I downloaded the Victron software and put it on my PC, and then I connected to the local Wi-Fi of the Cerbo GX, which is listed as Nuvi something. It comes with a piece of paper inside that tells you what the wireless network is and the passcode for it. Found the Cerbo GX. It uses an insecure connection, so it dropped the wireless several times. I had to reconnect it, and we're into the device. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to online updates, and we're going to do a check for updates. And again, we're doing this all through the web GUI. And there is an update. We're currently running on version 3.13, I think. There's an update available for 3.50. So we're going to download that over the wireless network. We're going to install it, and then we'll come back once that's done. All right, now that we're done with the updates, we're going to go back into settings. I'm going to go to firmware. I'm just going to double check and make sure that there's not another one beyond the 3.50. No version available. So now we're good. Not mistaken, we have to go all the way down to Bluetooth. That's enabled. That's my PIN code. So I need to make note of that. And under I/O, we need Bluetooth sensors. We're going to enable that, and we've got two sensors popping up. So we've got our two Mopekas. Now, normally you would only bring one of these sensors up at a time. I want them labeled properly in the servo. We are going to tell it to continuously scan. The only one that's left on is going to be the off door side, because I took the battery out of this one. So we're going to enable that. 4373 is the one that we have as a floater. This one's going to end up going into the refrigerator under the storage. So that means this one is 24, and we're going to enable that. We're going to change the temperature to Fahrenheit. Now we're going to create the VRM account for all this stuff to pipe data into. We're going to add a servo. The VM portal ID I've got in my phone. And you can see that we've got it here. I'm going to have to move that inverter, and then we'll follow up with this here in a minute. Now we're back. What I did was I had to wire up the smart dongle to the Cerbo GX. The Cerbo GX will not connect over the VE network, which is the Bluetooth network. So the solar controller smart shunt had to be hardwired. All right, as you can see right now, we've got the smart shunt here, and it's showing 100% battery capacity. We've got our solar charger right here, and it tells us that the solar is in bulk. We don't have the AC load or the grid because we don't have an inverter that'll integrate with the servo. So right now we've got everything that we can expect to see. Anyway, we're gonna close this out. Let us know what you think. If you're running Victron, if you knew that you could put these sensors into the Victron equipment and get data out of them, leave your comments. If there's something that I didn't go over, let me know. I'll try and answer it. If you do use it, let me know how well you like it.